and get on February 9th, 2024.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this Friday, thankfully, right?
Yeah, thank God it's Friday.
That's for sure. And another possible sunny day today, right?
Yeah, we got some sun peeking out, more clouds moving in as well, and a chance for a brief shower, but it's not looking to be too bad. In fact, mild.
Yeah.
We got temperatures near record setting. A look at the forecast for today. Well, we've got temperatures this morning starting out in the 30s, in some cases 40s, 41 out on Sylvan Beach. It's actually warmer in Inlet than it is in Little Falls. 40 degrees Inlet, 30 Little Falls. Southern Valleys, 40 Sherburne, 41 Cooperstown, 39 in Oneonta. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Almost everything is quiet in the central New York region. We're tracking a frontal boundary out to the west that will be weakening as it reaches our area, but it could produce a brief light shower. And for today, all across central New York, expect a mixture of sun and clouds and near record-setting temperatures once more. We already beat one yesterday. We could beat another one today, even another one heading into tomorrow. We'll talk about this record-setting temperature trend and when we're going to be seeing more winter-like weather coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. An incident at Sangertown.
Welcome back. It's been a pretty quiet week heading to and from work with no travel impacts pretty much for Monday, lasting all throughout today. And today will be, again, a similar story. On your commute cast, your commute to work today, drive times, nothing out of the ordinary for I-90 and the arterial. Third, for Route 5S, nothing out of the ordinary, about a 15 to 16 minute drive, average speed around 53 to 55 miles an hour. And lastly, Route 49 from Utica to Rome, average drive time of around 10 minutes. Heading to work today, some morning clouds we're seeing across the area are going to exit to the east, and we're dealing with partly sunny to a mixture of sun and clouds. Dry weather, a brief light shower possible, but that looks to be about it for today. As this evening, we're looking at dry weather with a mixture of sun and clouds once more. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The YWCA of the Mohawk.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. The weekend is approaching us, and at least for today, we've got mostly quiet weather, a mixture of sun and clouds, and mild conditions with temperatures reaching as high as the low 50s. We're saying good morning to Cooperstown, a live view from Main Street. Already 41 degrees. It is February 9th, and Cooperstown is already 41. So that shows you just how atypical this weather pattern has been. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. As we can see here, mostly quiet. We got some green getting picked up on the radar, but that's not producing any rainfall or at least any sort of precipitation on the ground. There is a weak frontal boundary out to the west, so push east and weaken even more. We could see a spotty shower out of this, but it looks to be brief, and again, today is not looking to be a complete washout. What it is going to be today is another mild, even I would say warm by February standards day today, with temperatures climbing to the low 50s in between like 2 and 3 p.m. Winds a little breezy, but it will still, with the sun peeking out here and there, it will feel like another very warm February day. And we already cracked one record yesterday. 49 degrees was the high, the record high. We beat it by a few degrees. I think the record was 53 or 54 for the high. And today, we have a chance of beating it again. Currently, temperature is 38. And with the warming trend taking place right now, I would see no issue with beating that one. We could even beat Saturdays as well, as the mild stretch continues, but then ends as we head into the second half of the weekend. The broader picture, high pressure that's kept things very quiet and mild across the area the past few days is now exiting, and now we're seeing low pressure move in from the northwest, bringing the chance for, as you can see here, a brief band of rain, but notice how it's strong out near Toronto and then weakening as it heads into our local area. And that's showing on our Skycast. A brief light shower possible noontime, a mixture of sun and clouds. The evening overnight hours, we could see some light spotty rain, especially in the north country as that frontal boundary sets up. It's lacking a whole lot of moisture with this system, but regardless, by tomorrow, a mild start, 40s for the temperatures starting out the day. Our skycast goes bullish with highs in the mid to even upper 50s. Another mild day, but following that, rain pushes through, and then we return back to more winter-like weather with temperatures falling into the low to mid 30s. And again, just a quick reminder, we've been tracking this system next week and whether it could produce any snow here locally, and it has trended more south, latest information, but of course we'll provide any updates if things do change. For today though, high 52, sun and clouds tonight, low 41, mostly cloudy skies, 7-day forecast, 50s the next few days, then we cool down into the 30s, and by Valentine's Day, it's looking to be in the 20s, so back to more February-like temperatures.
Cuddle weather.
Yeah, very, very cuddle weather is for
Valentine's Day.
Valentine's, yep.
Eric, thanks. The time right now is 5:21. Still ahead.
Now, the news with Gary Lipitor and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us on this Friday. That's right, it is Friday. Happy Friday to everybody. I'm Gary Lipitor.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2, meteorologist Eric Gage.
And on this Friday, not too bad of a day, but not like we've been seeing the past 3, right?
Yeah, the sunny days are starting to come to an end. The mild weather sticks around, though. It's already in the 40s in some spots this morning. Doesn't really feel like February. A look at those current temperatures early this morning. Near 41 degrees in Sylvan Beach, 44 already in Westernville. This is 5:30 this morning on an early February day, and it's 44 degrees in Oneida County. In the Mohawk Valley, a little cooler, 30-degree temperatures, 41 Cooperstown, 39 in Oneonta. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. The completely dry days come to an end today. We are still seeing a weak frontal boundary out to the west. That'll move its way into our area. It could produce a brief light shower, but it's not going to produce anything major, at least as the system continues to weaken. And for today across central New York, expect partly sunny to mixture of sun and clouds throughout the day, with temperatures again mild, near record setting once more. I would not be shocked if we break today's record after breaking yesterday's record. And we have another record tomorrow that we could be breaking too. We'll see if we get the trifecta and that full forecast coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. Special counsel Robert Hur will.
The Cooperstown Cam is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group.
Welcome back. Happy Friday, everyone. Showcasing our weather for the day. Those of you who tuned in yesterday, I mentioned I had one in mind, but I had to showcase a sunset yesterday. But today, I'll show the one I was going to show yesterday. And this one, I think you guys will understand why. Look at this, how adorable this puppy is. Savannah enjoying the snow we saw earlier on, at least in the later half of January. But as you can see, heading out the door, a lack of snow right now. So hopefully those of you who are snow lovers will get to see a bit more snow on the ground as we enter a more favorable weather pattern for that heading into the next few weeks. Now again, it's going to remain mild today and for tomorrow. After that, as you can see here, down into the 30s and 20s by the end of the weekend into the start of next week. Gary?
Eric, thanks. 3 CEOs representing Big Pharma.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. We've got potentially another record-setting day here in Central New York with temperatures already pretty mild out there. We're saying good morning to Utica. As we take a live look at our Nexus camera looking at downtown Utica, currently 37 degrees in the Mohawk Valley and across central New York. Things are looking dry on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. We're tracking this frontal boundary pushing in from the west. That could produce a brief light shower in some locations early this morning, but it won't last too long. We dry out by the late morning to early afternoon. Regarding those temperatures, another mild day here in central New York with highs approaching the upper 40s to, in the Mohawk Valley, low to mid 50s. And how it compares to our temperature records, we already broke one record yesterday. Our high temp was 53 degrees, beat the record high of 49 set back in 2009. We got two more in jeopardy. Today, a high of 49 set back in 1999, and tomorrow a high of 51 that was set back in 2001. We could hit the trifecta today as temperatures are already starting the upper 30s. All it has to do is warm up just 11 more degrees. And the broader picture, we've got high pressure finally exiting our area to the east, and we've got low pressure moving in. This is producing, as you can see here, a frontal boundary that is weakening as it heads east into our area. And that will be our best chance of seeing any rain for at least the next 24 hours. On our Skycast, we can actually see it out to the west, and as it pushes east, it weakens and produces maybe a few clouds. But this afternoon, expect a mixture of sun and clouds, mild temperatures, upper 40s, low 50s. Tonight, clouds move in once more, maybe a continuing shower up in the northern portion of our area, up in your Old Forge, north of Boonville. And then heading into tomorrow, temperatures very mild already, some locations 30s, other cases mid to upper 40s. And then a chance for some rain starting out Saturday afternoon, lingering into Saturday evening, and then things dry out once more and cool down as we approach Sunday, with the best chance of seeing a few lake effect flurries for those of you going out to celebrate any Super Bowl festivities. And just a recap of the latest model trends. It's the system we've been tracking that could produce snow next week is continuing to push south, but regardless, we'll keep an eye on it and see if anything changes. For today, though, high 52, sun and clouds tonight. Low 41, mostly cloudy skies, 7-day forecast. Say goodbye to 50s after today and tomorrow, Gary, because as we head into the weekend and next week, we're back to more February-like temperatures in the 30s and 20s.
We'll see the 50s again in May, probably.
Yeah, it's. I woke up yesterday, or at least for my mid-afternoon nap because I was tired, and I was like, this is not February, is it?
Yeah.
There's no way it's February.
Doesn't feel like it. It will. Eric, thanks. While police are trying to figure out the 9th, 2024.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2, meteorologist Eric Gage.
And happy Friday to you, boy.
Happy Friday, Gary.
But you're filling in this weekend, too, aren't you?
I'm doing a Saturday, which thankfully it's not too bad. Of course, anytime, it's funny whenever Jill or Sam fill in, they're like, then there's a winter storm. They're like, why are we filling in today?
Yeah.
But yeah, and today it's mild. It's already a mild start already. Look at those temperatures this morning as we head across central New York. Already in some locations, low to mid 40s. 44 the current high temperature in Westernville, 37 Whitesboro. It's warmer in Inlet, 41, than it is in Little Falls at 30 degrees with that cloud cover up in the North Country. Southern Valley's 41 Cooperstown, 39 Oneonta, and 41 as you had in Chenango County and Sherburne. And a live look, the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 a live radar. All is quiet here locally. We're tracking a weakening frontal boundary that could produce a brief light shower early this morning. But besides that, things are trending more on the dry side for today with a mixture of sun and clouds all across central New York and those high temperatures near record setting again. We broke a record yesterday, could break a record today, and even we could break a record tomorrow. We might hit the trifecta with some of these temperatures already in the 50s for highs next few days. We'll talk about that, plus when the cooler weather returns in detail coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. An incident at the
WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good morning, happy Friday. Time now to look at your morning commute cast. First, taking a look at road conditions all across central New York. No accidents to report. No travel issues regarding any snow on the roads. Obviously, it's 30s and 40s across most of the area. So nothing out of the ordinary in terms of drive times. 4 minutes to 6 minutes along the arterial from 790 to 840. 5S east and west. over a 15-minute drive time. And lastly, Route 49 from Utica to Rome, looking to be a typical drive pattern to and from. Heading to work today, this mixture of sun and clouds. A brief light shower is possible as a weakening frontal boundary pushes into our local area. Besides that, our only real chance of seeing any rain or any unsettled weather for today. As we approach the afternoon, more mixtures of sun and clouds move in by this evening. As you can see here, no travel impacts are expected as you head home from work. And just a preview, if you are traveling anywhere this weekend, even Saturday, it's looking more on the unsettled side with rain here and there, especially in the afternoon and evening. But we're not looking at anything regarding snow chances until Sunday. Gary?
Eric, thanks. The YWCA of the Mohawk Valley has revealed the 8 women that will be
Central New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back. Happy Friday, everyone. We are entering yet another mild spring-like day all across central New York, and it's still February 9th. So let's take a look at Oneonta right now. Currently a 39-degree start to your day. And again, it's very atypical this time of year. We already broke one record yesterday, and we potentially could break a few more the next few. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. All is quiet here locally. We're still monitoring this weakening frontal boundary out to the west. This is our best chance of seeing any rain over the next 24 hours or so. This will continue to weaken, but we can't rule out a spotty brief shower as this continues to push east. Now, regarding those record temperatures we could be breaking, yesterday already broke it. High temp was at 53 degrees. 49 was the official record high in 2009. Today, the record stands at 49, set back in 99, and it's already 35 this morning. We could have a chance of beating it heading into this afternoon and this evening. We still could beat even Saturday's high temp. All 3 of these are in the upper 40s, low 50s. And this is all due to this low pressure far out to the north and west. This is surging in all this warm air from the southeast into our area, which is why yesterday was mild, and today and tomorrow will be a similar story. But we'll be more on the unsettled side. As you can see here, the high pressure to the east has broken down, and we're talking about some rain moving in from the west. Our Skycast showing that frontal boundary weakening as it pushes east. Today, besides that, expect a mixture of sun and clouds, temperatures in the upper 40s, low 50s. Clouds move in once more as we head into the evening and overnight hours. And then by early Saturday morning, sunshine in some spots, low-level clouds in others. And then by Saturday afternoon, rain showers move in from the west. This will be the warmest temperature we'll see for the next several days into all of next week as rain pushes through. Temps cool down, and we could be seeing some spotty light lake effect snow showers for Sunday. And just a recap, we've been tracking the latest trends with a wintry system early next week, and the path of it is still trending south. This still could impact the portions of Otsego County at this point, but it's wobbling back and forth with latest data. Of course, as we get more information, we will pass it along. For today, though, expect mild weather, highs in the low 50s tonight, low 41 with mostly cloudy skies. 7-day forecast. After today and tomorrow, we're back to February again. I feel like it's been a brief window of full spring, like I said yesterday. But by even Valentine's Day next week, we're back into the 20s.
Gonna cool down for sure.
Yes.
Enjoy today. Eric, thanks. Be sure to like us on Facebook and follow us.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for this half hour. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
And it is Friday, but the weekend looks like it's going to take a turn, right?
Yeah, that's right. Friday, today, it's mild. Highs in the upper 40s, low 50s.
Almost a record setter again, huh?
Yes, almost a record setter today. And yes, you're right. The weekend, it's going to start cooling down. Let's take a look at those temperatures this morning, though. It is still a mild start by February standards. 44 already in Westernville, 40 up in Lowville, and surprisingly, it's warmer up in Inlet at 40 degrees and is down in Dowdesville at 30. 41, by the way, in Deansboro. In the southern valleys, 40 degrees in Sherburne, 41 in Cooperstown, 39 in Oneonta. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. After quiet conditions over the past week, we're finally seeing something right now. It's mainly on the rain side. However, to the west, it's a weakening frontal boundary that will possibly produce a brief light shower early this morning. It won't produce anything too major, as besides that, things are trending more dry for today. Those high temperatures, again, potentially record-setting again, and we could see more record-setting temperatures tomorrow before we eventually cool down to more February-like conditions by the end of the weekend into the start of the next week. I'll talk all about that in detail coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. Special Counsel Robert Herr will.
The Cooperstown Cam is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group.
Good morning, welcome back. Showcasing our final weather photo of the week, and this one I was putting on hold. I was going to show it yesterday, but we had such an amazing sunset. I had to show that, but this one, I feel like you understand why I needed to show it. Look how adorable this puppy is, Savannah, enjoying the snow that we experienced a few weeks ago, and now a lack of it with all this mild weather we've been seeing. If you want to submit a photo like this adorable puppy enjoying the snow, you can send photos of sunsets, rainbows, any wintry scene, any beautiful photo you think that would be nice enough to show on News Channel 2 at sunrise. Send it to WKTV.com/weather/pics. Also, if you want, include the location and your name if you're willing to get credit for the submission. Gary?
What a cute photo that is, though.
So adorable. Look at her.
Yeah, a little Savannah. Well, 3 CEOs.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Happy Friday, everyone. The weekend is approaching us, and it's going to cool down. But for today and tomorrow, we're enjoying near record-setting temperatures for highs approaching the upper 40s to low 50s. A live look in the Mohawk Valley from our camera atop Smith Hill and Deerfield. Currently 37 degrees out this morning. The start almost feels like early spring, and it will feel like early spring throughout the entire day today. And on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, all is quiet right now. A weak frontal boundary could push east and produce a brief light shower. This will be the only real notable chance of seeing rain today after it's been a completely dry stretch since Monday, even into this past weekend, last weekend. Skywatchers checking in this morning. Mike in New Hartford with 39 degrees. Bob in Clinton 38. Todd out in Westdale checking in with 40. North Country, Bill and Sean both at 40 degrees, warmer than it is with Fairfield at 35 degrees with Sandy. In the Southern Valleys, Stewart and Cooperstown 40. Heading over to Evanston with Scott 40. Down and with Diane and West Lawrence also 40 degrees, and wrapping up with Pat and Skenevis at 39. Multiple records in jeopardy for today and for tomorrow. We already broke one yesterday. The high was 53. We shattered it by about 4 degrees. Today, record high 49. We have about 11 more degrees to go to beat that, set back in 99. And then tomorrow, too, we could even beat that as well. That record was set back in 2001, the record high of 51 degrees. So we already have one. We could get maybe 2 or all 3 by the time this warm spell is over. And this warm spell is all due to this really strong low pressure that is way out to the west and north. This is dragging in all that warm air from the southeast and also producing a chance for some spotty rain out in the west. But as you can see here, this frontal boundary continues to weaken as it pushes east. Following that, a mixture of sun and clouds for today as high temperatures climb into the upper 40s, low 50s. Clouds move in once more again tonight. Could see a spotty shower return overnight, especially in the North Country. But besides that, things dry out to start out early Saturday. Clouds move in once more, and then we're talking about scattered to widespread rain Saturday afternoon to Saturday evening. Following this weekend, we are still monitoring the potential for a coastal system producing some accumulating snow. It's still trending south. This could impact portions of Otsego County, but for today, we'll continue to monitor it and we'll provide any updates as they do come in. Today, though, high of 52, sun and clouds. Tonight, low 41, mostly cloudy, 7-day forecast. Mild the next few days. After that, though, heading into the second half of the weekend, back to February, where the 30s and 20s come again, and some more chances for some snow. It's been such a wild and weird winter.
Yeah, you can see the winter lovers out there smiling right now.
Yes, if that system moves north, we could be in for some snow.
We're due.
Yes.
The time right now is 6:51. Still ahead on Sunrise.
Now, the news with Gary Liberatore and meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us here on the CW11. I'm Gary Liberatore.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2, meteorologist Eric Gage.
And on this February 9th, your brother's celebrating a big birthday, right?
Yes, that's right. Happy birthday to Brett, my older brother, who is now, he actually just bought a house in Florida.
Wow, good for him.
Yeah, he's been living down there for over a year now, and I'm just so proud that he is getting to the housing situation. I'm still in an apartment. But, yeah, you know, down the line,
it'll come. It'll come.
Yeah. Look at those current temperatures this morning. It's another mild one out there. 44 in Westernville, 40 Sylvan Beach, 40 in Inlet. We actually just fell into the upper 20s in Dowdesville. That's the coldest temperature in the local area to the south. 39 Oneonta, 41 Cooperstown, and 40 in Sherburne. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. All is quiet locally. We're tracking a weakening frontal boundary just over Oswego entering Syracuse. This could produce a brief light shower, but besides that, today it's looking mainly dry, a mixture of sun and clouds, and mild. Near record-setting temperatures expected again today. Highs in the upper 40s to low 50s. Obviously, not very February-like. We'll let you know when that February-like temperatures return in detail coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. An incident at the...
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back. Happy Friday. We're tracking yet again another potentially record-setting day here in Central New York with those warmer temperatures. A beautiful shot right now from our Nexus camera looking at the sunrise in downtown Utica. Currently 36 degrees, a warm start to your day today. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. All is quiet aside from a weak frontal boundary that could produce a brief light rain shower early this morning before things do dry out as the afternoon progresses. And those temperatures this morning from across the area on our Sky Watchers, 39 with Mike in New Hartford, 38 with Bob in Clinton, Todd in Westdale checking in with 40 degrees. Heading up to the north, Bill and Sean up in Old Forge and Inlet with 40 degrees. Down in Fairfield, 35. Jeff in Mohawk with 31 degrees. And then heading to the south, Mark in Milford with 35. Scott in Edmiston with 40 degrees. And of course, Stuart in Cooperstown also with 40 degrees. So it's a warm start today, and it will continue to warm up right now. Our high yesterday was 53, so we shattered that record yesterday. We could shatter the record today. The high on record is 49 degrees set back in 1999, and we could even break tomorrow's record, which is 51 set back in 2001. And this is all due to positioning of high and low pressure. High pressure is exiting our area to the east. It is dragging up all that warm air from the south. Same thing from that low pressure. Low pressure rotates around it counterclockwise. And as you can see here, these wind lines shifting that southerly wind up. And of course, those warmer air temperatures here locally. That frontal boundary, as we can see here on our Skycast, will continue to move into our area and weaken. Again, maybe a light shower. It won't last too long. Things will dry out with partly sunny to a mixture of sun and clouds by this afternoon and this evening. Those temperatures, too, very mild in the low to even some cases mid-50s. Then tonight, another chance for a light spotty shower north of the valley as that frontal boundary turns more horizontal across our area. And then by tomorrow morning, a bit on the damp side, a mixture of sun and clouds. You can see low-level clouds north of the valley right here. And then more clouds move in, and then rain arrives by Saturday afternoon and evening. This will be more likely than not going to be scattered to widespread throughout the rest of the day. And then following that, things cool down, and looking at cooler temperatures and even some chances for some lake effect snow heading into Sunday for Super Bowl Sunday. And lastly, just a heads up for those of you who have any plans next week, we're still tracking this system that could produce some snow. It's still trending south. This could impact primarily Otsego County, but if anything new develops, we'll let you know. For today, though, a high 52, sun and clouds. Tonight, a low 41, mostly cloudy, 7-day forecast. After Saturday, say goodbye to the spring-like temperatures. February returns with highs in the upper 30s to low 30s by Tuesday and Wednesday.
This noon, here's meteorologist Eric Gage. And Eric, finally a few clouds in the sky, right?
Yeah, that's right. A few clouds, even some sun peeking out between them as well. Not completely sunny like yesterday, but we're going to see dry weather persist for the rest of today and into tonight before more unsettled weather arrives tomorrow. Regarding those temperatures, just in, we broke another record. We have 2 records down. Max temp so far today at 50 degrees, 1 degree warmer than the record high set back in 1999. We have 1 more to go. If we can hit that tomorrow, tomorrow's record high of 51 was set back in 2001. And a live look behind our graphic here is downtown Utica. Some sun peeking out in what's been a cloudy start to your day today. Even some locations seeing some rain before things have dried out. 51 Westmoreland, 46 Whitesboro, a balmy 45 degrees in North Country up in Inlet, 52 Cooperstown, and 48 in Oneonta. And across central New York today, those temperatures again remain very mild by early February standards, often the near coldest time of the year, and we're seeing not 1, not 2, possibly 3 record-setting days. After these few days, we do enter a cooler stretch of weather. We'll talk about how cold it gets and the potential for some snow coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. The kickoff of Super Bowl 58.
Dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon and welcome back. We're tracking some sunshine peeking through relatively cloudy skies this morning. Will be a mixture of sun and clouds throughout the rest of the afternoon and the evening. A live look at downtown Utica right now from our camera on the Nexus Center. It's a mild one out there, already 48. Some locations up already over 50 degrees. As we take a look at Griffith and Rome, 50, 52 Hamilton, almost 60 degrees out in Syracuse right now. And it's early February. It doesn't really feel like that out there for today. Regardless, on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, after an early morning rain shower, things have dried out and expect to remain entirely dry throughout the rest of this afternoon and into this evening. A look at your weekend forecast. It'll still remain mild and possibly another record-setting day regarding those temperatures on Saturday with mostly cloudy skies and a few afternoon and evening rain showers. Things will eventually cool down as we approach Sunday, colder with a few lake effect flurries in the air as we enter a much more typical pattern for this time of year. So the bigger picture, we've got this frontal boundary that pushed through earlier today. Behind that, we're seeing some peaks of sunshine mixed in with some clouds. Our next chance of seeing any sort of rain will be heading into Saturday afternoon, evening, as we can see right here. A frontal boundary pushing through from the west, and that'll bring some rain coming to an end Friday or Saturday night into early Sunday. Then Sunday is looking dry to start with a chance for a few lake effect flurries to fall. And as you can see here on our Skycast, you've got mild conditions for today, dry for the most part, maybe a few light sprinkles up heading up north. And as we head into the afternoon tomorrow, as you can see here more closely, the rain starts right around the early afternoon, sweeps through by 5, 6 p.m. Things are dry once more, and then you'll see those temperatures start to fall. 40s, then 30s, and then a few flurries in the air. And so, for today, again, highs in the low 50s. For tonight, overnight lows falling only into the low 40s. Saturday, mild weather continues with highs in the low 50s. Then for Sunday and Monday, more typical weather in the 30s. Heading into Monday night and Tuesday, we're tracking a coastal system that could produce some accumulating snow. It has trended south as of now and maybe could affect primarily Otsego County, but at this point, we'll continue to monitor it and see if anything tracks more farther north or farther south. Gary?
Eric, thank you this noon. A big treat for you, say, in this half hour. Once again, here is meteorologist Eric Gage.
2 records have been broken, officially one yesterday and another one today as this mild stretch of weather still continues on. A look at those temperatures. Currently 50 degrees right now, breaking the all-time high record of February 9th, set back in 1999 of 49 degrees. We still have a chance of beating the record on Saturday of 51 tomorrow, as we are expecting highs to once again climb into the low 50s. Local temperatures across the area already 53 degrees in Westmoreland, 50 in Whitesboro, a very balmy 48 up in the North Country, up in Inlet. In the Southern Valleys, 54 Sherburne, 54 Unadilla, and 48 degrees down in Oneonta. And across the area today, those high temperatures remain in the upper 40s to low to mid 50s. We're tracking more mild weather tomorrow. Then more winter-like weather makes its return, plus the chance for some accumulating snow. I'll let you know exactly where that sets up coming up. Back to you, Gary.
Eric, thanks. A scary night last night.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon. Happy Friday, everyone. It's another mild one out there with temperatures already in the 40s, some cases low 50s. A live look down the Mohawk Valley from our Cavie Tower camera on our tower on Smith here in Deerfield. Some clouds moving in, peaks of sun here and there, but the completely sunny stretch of weather, unfortunately, is going to be coming to an end. The temperatures will still remain mild, though, for today and tomorrow before things eventually cool down in the latter half of the weekend. Across central New York, even parts out west, 58 already in Syracuse, 54 in Hamilton, 50 down in Binghamton, and of course right here locally, 50 degrees measured at Rome. Besides that, though, quiet conditions on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. After some early morning rain showers, things have dried out and are expected to remain dry for the majority of today. Heading into the weekend, Saturday, mild, mostly cloudy, a few afternoon, evening rain showers. Then the cold air makes its return on Sunday. A few lake effect flurries, still mostly cloudy skies, and temperatures back down to what we usually see in the 30s, be a little on the warmer side with upper 30s for those highs. Your skycast showing some peaks of sun and clouds throughout the day today. Clouds increase overnight tonight. Maybe a spotty shower north of the valley heading into early tomorrow morning. After that, we dry out, and then another return of some rain showers arrives Saturday afternoon and evening before things dry out Saturday night, and things eventually cool down as well. Now, your phones have probably been putting out numbers regarding snow, measurable snow, on the Monday and Tuesday of next week. And it's still too far out to put out any official numbers. I want to give you an idea of how things are trending right now. We're using, in this case, 2 atmospheric models, and you notice there's some differences in either of these. These colors, you can see the darker colors indicating different strengths. And this system, by the way, is all the way out in the western U.S. It hasn't even reached anywhere in our time zone just yet. Just a heads up that it's way too early to be putting out numbers for this. But an initial track of at least a track of this system, you can see 2 different examples of where the reds and blues indicate the highest snowfall chances. It could really clip portions of Otsego County at this point, but throughout the weekend, we'll see if it trends north or south, and of course, we'll provide updates and put out any additional snowfall maps as we do see fit. But your 7-day forecast, again, mild weather the next few days. We cool down Sunday and Monday. Tuesday, high of 31. We're still tracking potential for those snow showers as well. And then on Valentine's Day, it's looking to be on the cool side. Temperatures in the upper 20s, low 30s with partly cloudy skies. Gary?
Eric, thank you. We are back with News Talk and
Forecasters, Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
We shattered today's record high. We got up to 58 degrees at Griffiths in Rome. The record today was 49. We broke it by 9 degrees. We'll likely hit the record high tomorrow, too. It's currently 51. We're calling for a high temperature of 53. So 3 days in a row, records likely to fall. Current conditions, still 51 degrees. It is going to be a warm night for February here in central New York. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We're tracking one more mild day tomorrow before things change as we head into Sunday. Cooler weather and a return to some flurries in the air as we head into Sunday morning and Sunday afternoon. We're also tracking the possibility of some light snow as we head into next week, specifically Tuesday, as a weather system tracks to the south. Partly cloudy skies this evening, temperatures in the mid to upper 40s. Again, a warm night tonight. Tracking a look at a nice and warm start to the weekend. A look at the forecasts coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. Former Georgia Congresswoman Stacey Abrams.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. Feeling like spring for one more day. The weather will inevitably change, but if you haven't had a chance to enjoy this warm weather, again, Saturday is going to be your last chance. Let's take a look at the weekend forecast. 53 for the high Saturday. It won't be quite as nice as the last 2 days because we don't expect to see as much sunshine, although the morning should be pretty nice. The afternoon features some rain. Sunday, much colder. Cloudy skies, a few lake effect flurries. High temperature of 37 degrees. Still above average, but it's going to feel a lot colder, especially after today's weather. Mother Nature confused. We've been getting a lot of folks sending us pictures like this. The plants are getting kind of an early start to spring here. Of course, this is very early, and the colder weather will follow, and that will put an end to this. This picture, by the way, from Jade. We appreciate the photos that people have been sending us. You can find more on our Facebook page. Just search for WKTV weather. Live look in Old Forge, a temperature of 40 degrees. There's still some snow on the ground to the north, but it has been melting, and it will continue to do so here over the next 24 hours. We are looking at dry conditions across the area. Skywatchers, their neighbors checking in with the temperature. West Leiden, 49 degrees. Mike in New Hartford, 52. Norway, 44. Jeff in Mohawk, 48. West Lawrence checking in with 50 degrees. We're tracking a cold front moving in from the west. This is going to produce some rain as we head into Saturday, and it's also going to be what's responsible for that drop in temperature as we head into Sunday. Storm Tracker 2 Skycast tonight, partly to mostly cloudy skies, mild for February. Overnight lows only in the low 40s. We'll start out Saturday morning with a few breaks of sunshine. Rain arrives in the late afternoon to early evening. It looks widespread. Before the rain arrives, temperatures hit 50 degrees. Some cooler weather to follow as we head into Saturday night. Winds turn into the northwest. That produces a few lake effect flurries as we head into Sunday, especially in the morning to early afternoon. But with the ground being so warm, we're not expecting much of an accumulation. Keeping an eye on early next week, a nor'easter is expected to develop. Right now, the models are tracking this to the south, but we're watching how this storm develops. There's some differences in our computer models. One of them has the storm slightly stronger than the other, and that would play a role in how this storm, whether or not it tracks to our south or gets close enough to bring us some steadier snowfall. And again, we'll continue to keep you updated. Mostly cloudy skies tonight, 41 for the overnight low. Tomorrow, cloudy skies, rain develops late in the day, 53 for the high. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. The weather cools down, and it's going to feel more like February. Nothing out of bounds here in terms of cold, but after 3 days in the 50s, it's going to feel cold.
It's going to feel cold.
Yeah.
Well, let's celebrate today. Many golfers did so with these warm temperatures hitting the links today. We stopped in at Sequoia Knolls Golf Course. A few golfers did head out. The owner tells us the warm weather works in their favor. They're adding to an already short season. The course is also dry enough for carts.
It's just, wacky weather. I mean, we'll take it. I mean, there's a couple other golf courses that are open too, and,
Get says they'll be open all weekend if they can, as long as this weather stays nice.
Sport. Can you imagine outdoor
Just
sports
to
right
say you did is worth it.
now? Totally. Still to come on News Channel 2 at 6. We're going to head to Rome. Forecast with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. Getting us set for the weekend. Another record-breaking day today.
59. That's what we hit today. 10 degrees above today's record.
Wow.
This number would have broken all of the daily high temperature records between February 1st to February 14th.
Holy cow.
Yeah, it was incredible to do that. The one number that it wouldn't have beaten, February 15th, that was 62 degrees. And I don't know if you remember this, that was last year.
Oh my gosh.
Day
that's
after
right.
Valentine's Day.
Holy cow.
Yeah, so we've had some very warm numbers here to pass along, and tomorrow is going to be another record-breaking day with temperatures in the low 50s. As we go forward, though, there will be some changes in our weather. We'll see more typical weather here as we head into next week. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things are looking quiet across the region. Again, it's 45 degrees on a night of February 9th. How about that? We're going to continue to stay very mild here overnight. Temperatures drop down into the low 40s. Rain showers return for Saturday. We'll let you know when the best time to go out for a walk and enjoy the spring-like weather is before things start to change, and that's coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. A new exhibition focusing on the lives of hospice.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We're getting you set for the weekend, and Saturday looks to be a much nicer day to be outdoors, warmer. Temperatures in the low 50s. A dry start to the day, showers in the afternoon. 37 by Sunday, much cooler, some lake effect flurries. Again, temperatures about 15 to 20 degrees colder as we head into Sunday afternoon. Live look in Old Forge, the snow continues to melt. There's still some snow on the ground up across the North Country, but again, this kind of weather pattern just not very favorable for winter sports. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. The weather remains dry. We look to the west. We're tracking our next weather maker. There's a cold front that drops in from the northwest, and this will bring temperatures back to, or at least closer to average, as we head into Sunday. Tonight, mostly cloudy skies. Overnight lows drop down into the low 40s. Saturday morning, we'll see some sunshine early in the day. I think that's the best time to get outdoors, between about daybreak and, let's say, noon to 1 p.m. After that, a cold front moves in, and this produces widespread rain. Temperatures will cool off in the wake of the cold front. Temperatures drop down into the 40s in the afternoon. Saturday night, remaining mostly cloudy. The winds off of Lake Ontario produce some lake effect flurries as we head into Sunday. And while we could see a few hours worth of flurry activity, I think it's not going to stick, the ground just being too warm. And then as we head into Sunday night, the weather remains dry. We're continuing to watch early next week. We've been getting signals of a nor'easter that's likely to develop. And there's still some question marks on the storm track. And I wanted to show you one reason why. This piece of energy in the middle of Texas, there's some discrepancies, some differences in our computer models as to how that piece develops. And we've got to figure that piece out before seeing where it's going to track into the northeast. And so the bottom line is we'll keep you posted on the track of this, if this is likely to stay to our south or if it's close enough to bring us some light snow on Tuesday. Tonight, mostly cloudy, low 41. Tomorrow, cloudy, rain showers, 53. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Cloudy skies on Sunday, 37. Monday looks dry, 39. Light snow possible Tuesday. Colder weather looks to settle in as we head into the end of next week. And I'm half tempted to just go outside and see if I can hear the peepers. For as warm as it's been, it wouldn't surprise me. It's probably not.
I know, probably not, but you never know. Yeah. All right, thanks, Bill. Coming up next, well, the team's practice for Super Bowl. First look at the forecast. We get you set for the weekend with Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis. Crushed the record today. Could we see another one tomorrow? Is there a chance we get over 51?
I think we're going to hit the one on Saturday, so 3 days in a row. But wow. this one was one for the record books. We obliterated the record high. 10 degrees higher than the previous record of 49. This high temperature record would have beaten all the daily high temperature records from February 1st through the 14th.
Wow.
February 15th happened last year. That's when we hit 62.
Gosh, we did.
Yeah, the day after
It was
Valentine's
warm.
Day. We've had a lot of very warm days this particular winter. We'll do another one tomorrow before the weather begins to change. So let's take a look outside. The Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Things look quiet across the region. The weather, how about this? 48 degrees. 11 o'clock at night, February 9th. It says it all right there. We're going to continue to see this mild weather here as we head into the start of the weekend. We'll drop down into the low 40s overnight. Cold front arrives tomorrow. I'll let you know when the rain arrives in case you want to take advantage of this nice weather. Maybe you go for a walk before that happens. Look at your forecast coming up. Jason, back to you.
Bill, thank you. New tonight, Dre DiMatteo.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's Chief Meteorologist Bill Curtis.
Good evening. We are tracking a warm start to the weekend. Temperatures will be in the low 50s on Saturday. The morning looks dry if you want to get out and go for a walk. Steadier rain looks to arrive in the afternoon and evening. It's colder on Sunday, some lake effect flurries. High temperature of 37. Live look in Old Forge, where it's still 43 degrees. Again, a very warm night across central New York for February 9th standards, that is. It's looking dry across the region, and it stays dry through tomorrow afternoon before a cold front arrives. You see that approaching from the northwest. Again, overnight temperatures drop down into the low 40s. A few breaks of sunshine are possible tomorrow morning. A southwest wind kicking in. Steadier rain arrives in the afternoon. This is 2 p.m. Looking at widespread rainfall. The rain doesn't last the whole day. It should come to an end by the evening time. Temperatures look to drop into the low 40s by dinner time. Heading into tomorrow night, the weather remains cloudy. We're expecting a few lake effect snow showers and flurries in the Mohawk Valley as we head into Sunday. With the ground being so warm, we're expecting no accumulation. We're watching early next week. It looks like an area of low pressure will pass to our south. A nor'easter making a close call. Looks like the heaviest snow will be just to the south. It's still several days away. We are continuing to monitor our computer models and following the track of the storm as it approaches the northeast. Again, still a few more days away. We will eventually have a snowfall map, thinking by Sunday. Mostly cloudy tonight, low 41. Tomorrow, cloudy skies, rain develops late in the day, high of 53. Storm Tracker 2 7-day forecast. Dry on Monday, 39. Some light snow possible Tuesday, 33. Colder as we head towards Valentine's Day. Jason.
All right, Bill, thank you. Bill and I are out. John and Spencer are in.